So good morning class.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
So today we are here for the SSB group discussion. So the topic for discussion is there is an increasing debate over the reservation system in our country. What are the changes are required in the system? A. Abolishing caste-based reservation. B. Focusing on meritocracy. C. Providing reservation on the basis of financial status. I repeat, there is an increasing debate over the reservation system in our country. What are the changes required in the system? A. Abolishing caste-based reservation. B. Focusing on meritocracy. C. Providing reservation on the basis of financial status. Is the topic clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, start your GD.
Constitution of India gives us right to equality. That means everyone is equal for India. Then why this priority given to backward classes as the name of reservation in every field? I think reservation should give on based on financial status.
According to me, the reservation should be given on the basis of financial status because many families of general do not get opportunities to show their talent on the stage.
I agree with Om, but according to me, many schemes launched by government to ST and SC, but not for other castes. It creates inequality among the people, which is not good for the growth of our country.
I agree with Rohit. According to my point of view, some backward class people are not aware about reservation, so they should get aware about reservation and take the advantage of reservation.
In my opinion, according to meritocracy, reservation should be given because, as we know that in 1975, a concept of creamy layer was introduced, in which the creamy and non-creamy layer of OBC caste was introduced. This creamy layer concept should be implemented on the STs and SCs as well.
I
As we
agree
all
with
know,
Tanish, but
that-
according to me, reservation is the most.
As we all know that reservation is introduced by Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar in late 50s, but to upliftment of backward classes. But it is only of 10 years. But our corrupt political leaders make it as a vote bank and corrupt it. And
I agree with Aditya, but my point is in meritocracy everyone does have a voice. Some are listened to more than other, and everyone has the right to express their opinion and are encouraged to share openly and often.
I agree
And
with
Indian
yes,
Army
but
is
according to me, reservation is the biggest enemy of meritocracy.
I agree with you. The some caste is to develop the no reservation need.
In my opinion, reservation should not be based on caste. It should be based on economic condition. It should be provided to uplift the people from the poverty line for those who do not have means to eat, clothes to wear, and no home to live in.
Many civil services like IAS, IPS, and IFS needs a candidate who can handle those positions and those situations. Because an IAS needs to handle what is happening in the city, state, or country. If an undeserved candidate sits at the position of deserving people, it will lead to slow development of India.
I agree with Tanish and my point in meritocracy. Meritocracy is important, however, it will no mean without equality. The caste-based reservation also minimizes the gap between upper and lower caste people to great extent.
Many
reservation
people
is
of
for
general
development of
families openly
India,
used
but
to
it is
protest-
harming the India as compared to development.
In my
The
opinion,
higher post of India are acquired by backward classes. Like example like IAS, IPS. Is they really deserving for that post, or it is only because of reservation?
In my opinion, special facility and help should be given to poor children of all castes or religions. Suppose that poor parents may not have the money to buy school textbooks.
I agree with Lakshmi. Now government also starting financial reservation like now for general caste reservation should be for 10% in on the base of economic conditions.
In my
Reservation
opinion,
should be
in
given
my opinion, the
focusing
people
on
of-
meritocracy because Indian Armed Forces is the best example for meritocracy. Presently, there is 13 to 14,000 officers are least in Indian Army, but Indian Army is not compromising with quality.
According to my point of view, the reservation should be given, but not based on educational. In educational field, there is no reservation. In other field can be given reservation, but not in educational field.
Reservation create difference. As we see the example of two forces. One is armed force and second is police force. In a police force, there's a percentage of corruption is higher than compared to armed forces.
I agree with Aditya, but my point in meritocracy, Meritocracy is used by government in many society as an effective way to represent the social justice and legalities to class inequality.
As we
According to
know
me, the
that Bhim
family
Rao
of
Ambedkar
general
was
who
from
are
SC.
financially weaker usually oftenly used to protest against the reservation of the caste-based reservation. It affect on the economy of our country. But if we give reservation on the basis of financial status, it will create.
I agree
According
with
to
Om.
me,
I agree with Om, but according to me, many persons become teacher in due to reservation, but they don't have they don't have knowledge about the teaching, and this is not good for the student because it ruins the future of a student, and it is not good for the growth of our country.
I agree with Rohit. It also compromises the quality of education. There are two types of education, primary and secondary. Primary education is given by our parents and secondary education is given by our teachers. If a teacher does not know how to teach students, it will compromise the future development. That's why meritocracy is needed.
In my opinion, reservation is the undertaken to resolve the historical apportion, inequality and discrimination supported by those community do not have means to eat and clothes to wear.
As we know that Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar was also from an SC tribe, from scheduled caste. But Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar was a deserving candidate and he was able to achieve what he wants. That's why he had written our constitution because he was a deserved candidate. And many students like Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar are there in ST and STs as well.
I agree with Tanish, but according to me, a student who scored 90% in competitive exam and another student who scored 80% in competitive exam. Who scored 90% he will not select in exam, and who scored 80% he will select in exam due to the reservation. It creates the feeling of demotivation among the students, which is not good for the growth of our country.
In my opinion, the 33% perfect of the women in CIFS and CRFS women not survive the main competition.
In Amendment 105, the government has given 10% reservation to every caste, including general and OBC creamy layer.
According to me, government should analyze on the reservation should be given or not at a particular period of time.
As we know that there are many deserved candidates in SCs and STs and they do not want reservation. This idea should be encouraged that if a person do not want reservation, he or she can inform to authorities because the candidates who are deserving in STs and ST type are bullied by unreserved candidates.
According to me, it is not sure that only backward classes are economic weaker. We can see weaker family in general also. That's in my opinion. In this, government should be give reservation to the economic weaker families.
Abolishing caste-based reservation and giving reservation on financial issue brings corruption because the people of India are very talented and
I agree with Tanish, but according to me, which caste don't have reservation, they start protest for reservation and they held altar in our country. And due to that, situation become like a lockdown, which is not good for the economy of our country.
Some backward classes families are not need of reservation, but they take advantage of reservation. And some general classes families who are need of reservation, they can't do anything because they don't have reservation. I think the reservation is given on financial based condition.
and what if backward classes what if a candidate is financially rich in backward classes, he should not be given reservation or not?
I agree with Tanish, but according to me, a student get scholarship due to the reservation, but some student misuse this, which is not good for the student and which is not good for the population of our country.